Hello everyone, welcome to my replay viewers. Please know that even though you're watching the replay, you can share this with your followers and you can leave me some hearts by tapping on the screen. Say hello to my fish Padma. She is always my show opener. Welcome to all of you. I am your host, Marjorie Phoenix. I'm the author of the book, Who the Hell Do You Think You Are? It's a memoir that chronicles my experience going from an upper middle class stay-at-home mom to becoming homeless and penniless within 24 hours, and my experience with domestic abuse. I'm also the founder of the Forgotten Women's Project, where I host retreats for women who've gone through abuse and trauma. And I am a speaker and a publisher. I want to welcome you to my show. I scope on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I do my best to be consistent, but my schedule is pretty tight, so I can't give you a definite time when I will be on. But I always try to bring you something that's going to be valuable and helpful to your life and anyone who is going through any sort of recovery and healing. My approach to all of that is very much holistic. I focus on mind, body, spirit, balance as you're healing through any sort of trauma or stress or crisis in your life, and the philosophy of practicing self-love, self-care, and self-healing. And those were the key things for me that helped me, and those are the things that I teach women. So I wanted to talk to you today real quickly about being an addict. And it's interesting because I was listening to a conversation, I'm just getting some of my notes there. I was listening to a podcast, and this doctor was talking about a holistic approach to healing from addiction. It's very interesting. I'm studying sociology with some psychology as well. So understanding behaviors, especially during times where we're going through domestic abuse, where we've gone through some trauma, childhood abuse, or addictions. It's very interesting to see the different theories that people have about the recovery process and why people become addicted. And as I really started to think about this, I looked at, okay, so when we think about addiction in our society, we think about it as a substance abuse. We think about it as someone using drugs, someone who's using alcohol. Hello, welcome. Hey, Veronica, good to see you. And, you know, we have this, we have a preconceived notion about what addiction looks like. There's a couple of things. There's behaviors, of course, that shows an addictive personality. There's a mindset that we have as well that is very addictive. Addictive to a way of thinking all the time. And so I look around at our society and I say, you know what? We are all addicts in some way. We have some things out there that we are constantly calling in to our lives and constantly focusing on, and behaviors that we're constantly doing. We don't look at it as being addictive, but I feel like anything that is really preventing you from being fully who you are, from being authentically you, that's stopping you, that's slowing you down, and it's a continual habitual behavior or thought pattern, that's an addiction. One of the biggest things that I can see right now is that we are addicted to the 24-hour news cycle, the celebrity news, the social media. We have been sucked in to this world of negativity, and we have been sucked into this world of other people's lives. And when I think about that, I said, what makes us want to constantly watch the damn Kardashians? What makes us want to watch these reality shows that I mean, these people are living lives that, quite honestly, they say they're reality shows, but they're not. You know, why are we pulled in and drawn into the constant news cycle of the things that are happening, the things that are dividing us? You know, and we don't realize it, but the more we're watching it and the more we're calling it in, it seeps into our lives and it's playing itself out in our lives. You don't think, but I'm going to tell you right now, when you start to look at a recovery plan for this, you'll realize that you are. So why are we doing this? We're doing this because there's some part of our lives we're not satisfied with. We have to look out at what other people are doing, how the celebrities are living their lives, what they're wearing, how they're dressing, what they're saying. We're having to look out at these people because within ourselves, there's something missing from our lives. There's something more that we want. I spend a lot of time in conversation with women talking about the future, talking about what they want for their lives. A lot of them are not happy with where they are. They're not. And there's a lot of people that are like that right now. If you really, really ask them, are they happy with where their life is? They'll tell you no. And so instead of focusing inward on why is it my life isn't what it's supposed to be, we look out and we look to other people. This is how the addiction process happens. So it can happen at a level of the TV shows, you know, the lifestyles of all these people, all of this stuff. Then it can easily go into the eating, the drinking alcohol, and the substance abuse. Because in some way we want to use that to numb and clear it away and not have to deal with what our life is. So here's the recovery plan for this. You got to create the life you want for yourself. And the first step in doing that, I don't watch TV in my house. Okay? I don't do the cable thing. I'm not paying for that. Okay? If there's something I want to watch, I Netflix it or something like that. But I'm not doing that. Social media, it started to become a habit, and I caught myself, and the reason I caught myself is because I self-examine myself. And those of you that have been on my scopes, you hear me talk all the time about self-examination, a key thing. So just like anything else that can be an addiction, you know what your addiction is. I don't have to tell you. You don't even have to think twice about it. You know exactly what it is. You're going to have to detox from it. I forget the name of the process. When they bring someone in, when they are trying to get off drugs, they bring them into the program and they keep them locked down for maybe about 2 weeks or something like that. And their system is just being purged of all of the drugs in their body. They have to keep them isolated during that time to get it out of their system. That's why I'm a big fan of detoxing. You detox your mind, you detox your body. So detox yourself from that. Separate yourself from that. Even if you say, you know what, for the month of December, I'm going to focus on the things that I need to be grateful of and what I need to be looking forward to starting in the new year. And in order for me to do that, I'm pulling back off of social media to maybe just an hour a day or completely. I'm pulling off of some of these shows on TV that's just sucking up my time because the hour you spent watching them, they're getting paid. They are getting paid, and you know they've got their life going on, whatever they want to have going on, as messed up as it is. But you know that's taken away from you. So you really have to think about what is really important to you right now. You know, so spend that time and become, because this is an addiction, because it's something that is so, it's like in our self-conscious, we just do it. We do it out of habit. We do it, we pick up the remote, we go on social media, we're clicking, we're gossiping, all of that stuff. It's easy because we've been doing it for so long. And so what you've got to do is just be intentional. Over the next several days, be intentional about everything that you do. Stay in self-examination. Be self-aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. I'm telling you, when I say this, sometimes people are like, you know what? It seems like nobody got time for that. I don't have time to like sit still, be self-reflective, all of that. That's hard. Yeah, it seems like that because you're in a habit of doing things another way. But if you want to have a different kind of life, and I'm not just talking about on the success level, but I'm just talking about, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, all of that stuff. You got to start doing that inner stuff, and that means shutting off the noise, cutting off some of the stuff that's distracting, getting rid of some of those people around you. If it's just for 30 days, I'm going to ask you guys to do that. Do that with me. Even with Periscope, I come on 3 times a week, and then I listen and I look for specific people that I want to listen to, because even that was becoming an addiction. So you got to be self-aware of what that is within you. Okay? Nobody's going to do that for you. You got to do that for yourself. Because I want next year, really, there's a lot of us that I know you come on here. I want you guys to have just a blowout 2016. Elevated life, elevated lifestyle, elevated way of thinking, and the way you feel. Okay? So I hope that this has blessed you, and I hope that this has triggered something to make you think about what you can do, and share this with people that you know need to hear this for all of us as we're going into the new year. A couple of things I want to make you guys aware of that's going on is I just put up, and this was huge for me, I put up a GoFundMe page for the Forgotten Women's Project. I have a goal I'm trying to reach between now and December 31st. That's going to take focus. That's intention. I've got to do this. I'd love you guys to go check it out at gofundme.com/The Forgotten Women. Check out the video. Share it with people you know for my cause. Help me reach my goal. We can do this together. And to also let you know, on Friday, I'm having a Green Friday, not a Black Friday, a Green Friday scope going on. So as time leads up, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But, I am all about natural living, vegan, gluten-free, no animal byproducts, all pure, safe, and natural. I'm going to be showcasing some of those types of products for you guys. If you all want to give Christmas gifts to people in your life that you care about their health and wellness, you care about what you put in your body and on your body, I'm going to be showcasing that on Friday and giving away some deep discounts. Okay? So again, thank you for sharing space and time with me. I always appreciate it. Even if it's one person or 30, I'm appreciate the time that you take to come on with me. So thank you, Veronica, for sharing and being on. And I saw that I had another person on. And like I always say when I end my broadcast, go out and change the world. Okay? I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.